Let's go around and do a very quick spotlight on the crew. Let's talk to everybody and see what they've been playing. Roy, what you been playing this week?
Yeah, I've jumped back into Elite, or I guess continue to jump into Elite. Real life kept me away from gaming pretty hard most of most of the week, but I did jump back in and got to, I've been on this expedition, got to Anchorage. I hadn't been there in forever. Turned in some uh, uh, you know, scan and plant stuff. It was the first time actually I'd been back to a station since Odyssey dropped, so because I've been out in the black,
Hmm.
and so I got a chance to kind of play around with the new UI in outfitting, and actually I thought that was pretty good. Um, Stations, I guess we'll see what happens in Update 7. We'll talk about that in a bit, but it was a generally positive experience, and I was also happy to see that the returns I got on the plant scanning. Um, it seems like there's a good variation in certain things are more sought after and thus paid for better. So I was happy to see that. I'm going to dig into that some more. That adds a nice dimension to know there's things that are, if you're seeing stuff on a planet, it's not just here's another five things. It's, oh, hey, one of those things is the thing that can get a lot of cash because it's really rare. That's a cool dimension. So really like
Beautiful.
that. I meant to get into free fly. I'm hoping to get into it maybe tonight after the show. Play around with some of those ships and maybe check out the event that's going on as well. So looking forward to that.
Nice. Tweaked. I know what you're going to tell me.
Yeah, I bet you do. I have played almost nothing but Star Citizen. I am so over my head over heels over this damn game. It's the most amazing game I played in years, if not ever, really. Got into the Xeno threat last night, made a ton of cash. I probably made about 700,000 credits last night and this morning combined. And then I went out and I pimped out my Cuddy Black so that she could be as good as she could be for now. And then whatever cash I make now will basically just pile up until I can find a game or a ship to buy in game. So I'm having a phenomenal time with Star Citizen.
You,
Xeno Threat was amazing last night.
you know what you would love, Tweaked? You know what you got to get yourself? A Gladius. Gladius, whatever. You would love that ship. I love that ship.
I have to take a look at it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Tal-
And
Talon.
go ahead.
I just said the Talon is, I think, like for small combat ships.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah, I love the Talon too. It's awesome.
It took a little bit of a nerf in 3.14 just because it didn't get any worse, but in 3.131, it was sort of the only of those little ships that could kind of perma boost, and now it got sort of reset that the other ships were brought up where they could boost more. So it took a
mm,
slight whatever, but it's still a phenomenal ship and sexy as all hell. Just getting in
It
and out
looks
of that
sick.
thing is so good. Wolf.
Yeah, I've had an absolutely awesome time with IRL this past week, but luckily that's calmed down finally. And unfortunately, I found out my rig can't run Star Citizen worth crap, but that is going to be fixed very soon, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to jump in with the rest of you and see what that's all about. So I've been playing a bit of No Man's Sky,
Mm.
just the more, hey, he got distracted again, and spent 6 hours just looking at random stuff and random planets. It's like, oh wait, I was supposed to do what now? And currently, I am trekking out to Colonia for kicks to unlock 2 engineers. I'm gonna go look at the Hyford's cache thing now that it actually does what it's supposed to. I'm gonna take a little side trip out to Sag A and the Dry Isle Awesomes before heading back to the bubble. So I'm gonna go see some pretty and hopefully have a new computer to do all that with very soon.
Beautiful. You can't go wrong with a little No Man's Sky and a little Elite on the side. It's all good. Beautiful. And Paul, what you been playing this week, brother?
Would you believe me if I said Star Citizen?
I would believe you. I would believe you.
I've been doing Star Citizen. I did Xenothreat because the return of Xenothreat is always hype. Xenothreat is one of the best things that ever happened to that game. It's just so fun, and it encapsulates so much of what's good about Star Citizen. And I decided to do something insanely stupid yet insanely fun. There's a ship that isn't well known in the community. Some of us old farts know about it, but is the Argo Cargo, or the
Hell
Argo
yeah!
MPUV.
Bro,
Yeah.
Argo Cargo for the ship showdown. Yeah, let's do it.
Showdown. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. So in part of my pitch to try to get the Argo Cargo to be best in show for this year, it means it's a nice little skin and all these sorts of things. I decided to take on Xenothreat with an Argo, and I ended up facing down, or in the process, ended up killing an Idris. So that was fun, and I've been doing a bunch of shenanigans with that. So that's been my gaming experience this week.
For Star Citizen, or for elite players that might not have a clue what the hell he's talking about with an Argo Cargo, think, you know how you have the Type 6? Kind of think smaller. Think a Type 2. That's the Argo Cargo. That shit is legit, bro. And
nothing but a cargo bay and a dream. Nothing, not even a friendship drive on that thing. So
yeah, it's kind of maybe a keelback. Maybe a keelback would be a good way to, yeah. Beautiful. And down to earth, Astro brother, what you been playing this week?
Yeah, I think it's no surprise here. I've been playing Star Citizen, obviously, with the Xenothreat going on, and then I've been out in the black on my Colonial alt, and then I was actually heading out to the Dryer Awesome. But then I got stuck in a hole, and then I got out, and then I got stuck in another hole, and then I got out, and then I figured out I've got to turn back and go back to Colonial for the cash, just to see what that was all about. Nice. And on my main character, I've mainly been farming equipment. I'm working towards a combat suit and weapon combo that I want to try out. So that's just a lot of running missions. We've been running missions over on the Discord in groups, which is a fantastic way to stockpile materials very fast, especially some of the more hard to get materials. So that's been great.
Nice. And I'm gonna pull you in. I'm gonna try like hell to tempt you with New World and get you in, because if you remember a while back, you and I and Ben were talking about making a show and maybe doing like, The Expanse or other sci-fi shit, but we couldn't figure out a time, Astro. Well, Ben and I and Souverine are starting a Sunday show in the afternoons so that it's evening Europe time, and we're going to cover random spaceship stuff and space games or whatever. And just because both Souverine and I are already balls deep in love with it, we're going to cover New World as well. So I'm going to see if we can tempt you into it, because we're also going to talk about The Expanse when it comes back. We're going to talk about Foundation. We're going to talk about Dune. We're going to talk about just all shit nerd stuff.
The main problem there is, I'm pretty sure that New World would be one of those games I could sink a absurd amount of hours into. But I also think if that's going to happen, somebody needs to add 2 extra hours to the day for that to happen.
Fair.
It's just, to be honest, right now is one of those. There's just, we talked about it. I want to get back in and take another look at Everspace 2. There's like 2 characters I want to play in Elite. I also have the Star Citizen stuff I want to try and participate in. I have so many games I want to play at the moment that there's just not enough hours, especially if you value your sleep and work.
I get it, but I'm still going to tempt you. So we'll talk later off air.